Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Katie Wismer. I'm an author. All my stuff is linked down below. I have 11 books out currently. I can finally say that. Book number 11 just came out a few days ago. It's called Tell Me It's Right. Today is Friday, so we are in the midst of my little busy season. I just had my book release and then I'm leaving on October 1st to head over to Romantasy BookCon in Florida. If you're thinking, oh my gosh, isn't there a hurricane there right now? Yeah. I don't want to say unfortunate timing because I actually feel like it's fortunate that I mean, like, knock on wood, I've been keeping an eye on it. I'm heading there. It seems to be afterwards, and it seems like Orlando wasn't really hit the same way places on the coast were. So I hope everybody who, if you're from Florida, you're all doing okay. It definitely made me a little bit nervous. If you're wondering how the book release went, definitely make some videos and talk about it. It'll probably be once I get back from my trip though. I like to usually make those at least a week after release and then I won't be here. So stay tuned if you're wondering how it went. Thank you so much if you participated in it in any way, if you were a part of it, if you picked up the book. Greatly appreciate you, and I hope that you enjoy it. If you do, small favor, I would appreciate it so much if you could add a review to Amazon. Even if you just add a star rating over there, it can help me out a ton. Getting those first reviews going and getting Amazon's algorithm to recognize, oh, this is a product worth suggesting elsewhere on our site, can be tough right there at the beginning to get the ball rolling, so would appreciate it so much. Before we get into the rest of the video though, I do have a sponsor today. If you're an author or an aspiring author and you think you might ever want to do special editions of your books, then listen up, because I think this sponsor might be of use to you. Thank you so much to Print Nation for sponsoring today's video. Print Nation is one of the leading book printing services. They specialize in premium quality book printing with features that you can't find everywhere else. Things like foiling details on the hardcover and also on the dust jackets, which is honestly one of my favorite things when it comes to special editions. I feel like foiling always looks good. They also have glossy interior pages for illustrations if you are into something like children's picture books. If you're in the book space, there's no way you have not seen the huge rise of special editions, especially with indie authors that people are offering right now with all of the Kickstarters and all of the crazy features that you can put into books now. And this is a question that I get pretty often, is like, how do people do that? Where do you go? Where do you print? What are my options? So if you're doing some research for yourself and you're hoping to make a special fancy edition of your book, make sure to definitely check out Print Nation. They have other services available as well. If you're looking to get stickers, business cards, or other marketing materials made, I'll have their website linked down below if you'd like to go check them out. Thank you again so much to Print Nation for sponsoring today's video, and let's just get back into the rest. I ran into a hiccup this morning. I woke up and I was like, I'm gonna get all of this stuff taken care of before I leave for my trip, and I have a handful of signed book orders to do, and I have them already packed up and stuff. I don't think you can see them. They're on the table, you can't see them. But I needed to print out the labels and I was out of ink in my printer, but I knew I had some new ones anyway. I'm like installing the new ink cartridges, and then my printer is like, these aren't genuine HP ink things. You can't use these. And so then I'm looking everywhere online of like, how can I get past this stupid little rejecting the ink cart, because they fit, they're fine, but if you know anything about HP printers, they want you to buy their more expensive ink. And I thought I did get their ink. I don't know how I accidentally bought generic ones. Long story short, I spent a good like hour at least this morning fighting with my printer, trying to get it to work. Did I win the fight? No. I broke down and had to go buy more HP ink instead. And ink is not cheap. I just spent $100 to get more ink. I ordered it. It's supposed to be here tonight. So I was gonna ship off the stuff today. Wasn't able to. Gonna do it this weekend. If anyone has any tips for how to get my generic ink to work in my printer, let me know. I have done everything that Google tells you to do and nothing worked. Nothing worked. It was so irritating. It was such an irritating way to start my day. Anyway, this is a fun note to start the vlog on. For the rest of today, honestly, I'm gonna be cleaning up, do some laundry, just like get the apartment ready for me to leave. I want to start packing early, but I'm trying to put it off as long as I can, because when I take the suitcases down, it's gonna upset my cats. So that's mainly what we're doing. I already wrapped up. I had a client, wrapped them up, and I think I'm pretty much good for work stuff, except in addition to needing to print the labels for the signed books, I also needed to print my little signs for my table at BookCon. I really need that freaking ink. So we still need to print like the price list, and this is how to pay, and like a QR code for my PayPal and whatever. So we still need to do those. I did have a little celebration for my book release. I think we filmed a little bit of it. If we did, I'll put a clip in here. And the only other thing I wanted to show you are my new vampire earrings. Are they not? So I'm going to be wearing them for BookCon, and I just think they're adorable. Anyway, go. I don't know when I'll update you later, but I will update you later. We have ink. I'm getting so stressed for literally no reason. I always get this way like right before something big. Like, it's gonna be fine. I think I'm just thinking about the whole travel. It's gonna be such a long travel day. And I usually just check my bag and then I just have my purse. I don't do a carry-on because I have to take my big like banner thing that's going in my big suitcase. I'm taking a roller carry-on for the first time in like 5 years. I will have enough space easily in the suitcase. I'm worried it's gonna weigh too much. So anyway, I'm gonna be lugging around all this stuff. I'm leaving here. My flight is at 8, so I'll wanna be to the airport a few hours early. So I'll probably leave here around like 6. And then I don't get to Orlando until like 8 o'clock at night. So it's gonna be an all day thing. I have a connection, I think in Texas. It's gonna be a long day. Let's try this again. I think I turned you off because I got so annoyed. Mr. Dean! 2 packed. I need to remember to close down my shop so no one else orders while I'm gone. This one's an alternate paperback, obviously. Haven't even started packing yet. Don't even know what I'm gonna wear. I have some ideas. On a completely unrelated note, I know the lighting situation is not great. There's just like not much I can do with the windows behind me. Also with the signed books, we have an art print, some bookmarks. What was I gonna tell you? Oh, to go along with what we were talking about a few vlogs ago, I did indeed see the new Alien movie. And I was like high-key nervous going into this one. I won't spoil it here for you, but if you've seen the movie, you know like one thing that everyone's talking about with this movie, or at least it was what everyone I heard talking about. Maybe other people don't know. But towards the end, what happens there? And because that's like, just very specifically something I don't like to watch in movies, I was worried about it. It was so tame. Like, it was fine. It didn't bother me at all. Maybe it would have if I wasn't like prepared for it going into it, but it was fine. I will say the creature design in this one, literally, I like shuddered. I thought it was so disturbing, like in a good way. They did a good job with it. It was so ugly to look at. I hated it. I loved it. All in all, I loved the movie. Like, I loved the movie. It's definitely in like my top 3 of all of the Alien movies, which is crazy. I feel like usually when you get this late into a franchise, especially when you like space it out over this many years, all of the later sequels can feel just like cash grabs and they're not very good. And between this and Saw 10 coming out and them both being fantastic, like I have such renewed faith that we could like actually get good sequels. Still, it was so good. If you haven't seen it, you should see it. It was so good. I loved it. Also, on the theme of things that I've watched lately though, I just watched the mini series on Netflix, Made, which I know I'm like really late to the game on that one. It's been out for a couple of years. It was so good. So I've just been like on a roll, really enjoying the things I've watched lately. If you have any recommendations for me, let me know. I feel like I saw something else good lately, like horror-wise. What was I watching? Oh, also on the Alien note, I did end up watching the Alien versus Predator movies. Kind of. I gave up halfway through the second one because I was not enjoying it at all, and I tapped out about halfway in because it was that bad. But I did try. The first one I like. Oh, I watched the Sydney Sweeney movie, Immaculate. Again, with the same issue that I typically have in horror movies. I avoid that whole subgenre of horror movies like the plague. This one was okay. It was fine. It was worth the watch the one time. Yeah, it was fine. I don't know what it says about me that other people were like truly disturbed by the ending, and I was just like, okay. My camera is blinking, so we're gonna wrap this up. I did make myself a to-do list for the day. Yeah, we're just gonna do some laundry, do some dishes, make sure I get all the recycling and the trash out of here. I need to pack. Packing is so stressful for me. Any kind of traveling, like I like traveling, but it's also incredibly stressful to me. Literally my recurring stress dreams is like I'm in a room and I need to pack all of my things up, but I'm moving, but I only have one suitcase and I can't fit it all. That is literally a recurring stress dream that I have. Not looking forward to it, but I am gonna finish the video here. So this is another thing I can check off of my to-do list. Thanks so much for hanging out. Hope you guys are all doing well. If you want to check out Tell Me It's Right, would appreciate it so much. Hope you enjoy it. See you in the next one very, very soon. Bye. No.